Welcome back, everybody. So there's a new demo out, and it's the Wolong Fallen Dynasty demo. So if you are a Soulsborne Hero Ring fan,
secret of the eternal path,
this will
a
definitely be
prize
one of
sought
the
by
games
sovereigns of old.
that will be under your radar.
Among them was the first
So it
emperor
is
of
also
the
made by
Qin,
Ninja Theory, so
who
it's the
lusted for
development team
immortality.
of
The
Ninja
result of his
Gaiden.
quest to obtain the forbidden medicine was a catastrophe. The
So
elixir's
combine
power
Ninja
proved
Gaiden gameplay
overwhelming. And in
with
the
the
years following
Soulsborne
the dynasty's
gameplay,
demise, it continued to
and you
exert a
pretty much know
shadowy
what to
influence
expect.
on conflicts
An
and political
extremely
machinations.
simple and easy game.
Many moons
Zero death
pass, and
runs.
the Han Empire faces its final days. In these dark times, Elixir once again threatens to become the catalyst that awakens the dragons lying dormant across our land.
Now we got some story exposition with some locusts, some burning villagers. Now we got some
Bear witness
fire arrow rain.
to the power of your younger brother. The world shall soon bask in the majesty of the yellow heaven. Bring prosperity for all. Bring prosperity for all!
And there we have the big boy. Yeah, nothing like a bunch of big ass soldiers slaughtering villagers. Aren't they tough?
Militia soldiers!
Now that's a close shave. Gillette, the best the man could get. So don't get your hopes up for a first person hack and slash. This is just the intro to our protagonist. Poor guy got stabbed in the tummy. So just a heads up, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I know some of you are following me on Twitter
Thank
at
you
Jigavega, but
for saving me.
you've noticed that I'm no longer there. My
I'm glad
account
you've
has
recovered from your
been
injuries.
permanently banned. I'm apparently worse than Alex Jones and worse than Kanye West and worse than all these unforgivable, irredeemable people. What did I do? I'll eventually tell you guys, but it's freaking stupid and you will never expect this. Alright, so now we're going to go into the character customization. So the character customization menu is pretty damn deep. So I'm just going to cycle through all the characters. A kid. Alright, but I'm going to go with that one as my character. She purred. So stance, I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was until much later. It's her feet. If her feet are pointed inwards or if they're pointed outwards. Because that makes a big impact on the way she walks. So I'm not going to focus too much on the character customization. So as you guys can see, I did quite a bit of work, so I edited out the 15 minutes of customizing her, like her makeup and her tattoos and her muscular build. It's very nice. And give her ragged clothing. Alright. Are you guys ready for some video gaming?
Finally. After all this time,
Don't you lick your lips at me,
my
boy.
wish has been fulfilled.
As long as
The
we have
dude's
you,
very
victory
thirsty
is
for
still
my
possible.
character.
Consider that a talisman of protection.
Could you blame him?
It may just save your life one day. I cannot allow this travesty to continue. Let us depart.
Yeah, I don't know why the character is blindfolded. Alright, so this is... I haven't played the game at all before. I just downloaded the demo and got right into it. So bear with me for a minute or two while I orient myself with the gameplay and the controls. So if you're wondering what I was doing, I was pretty much trying to play this as a Souls game, and yes, you just saw I stabbed the fire out. That's how powerful she is. But not powerful enough to stab out this fire. Whatever. So yeah, your controls for your attacks are square and triangle if you're playing it on the PlayStation 5. So it doesn't play exactly like the Souls games, where it's R1 and R2. But as you can see, combat is very, very fast and kind of fluid. And yes, it does have a dedicated jump button.
I don't think we will be able to pass through this way.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Obvious.
Perhaps if we can climb.
And how did you know that we couldn't go through there? It's not like you're not blind, right? So if you guys have played Sekiro, or Sekiro, if you want to be Japanese about it, so the combat is going to kind of feel a little bit familiar to you. So you have your stance breaks and stuff like that. So the game does actually have a photo mode option. It's pretty decent, but it lacks the ability to travel with the camera. You could pan around your character with the orbital camera, and that's pretty much useless for me. The armor that she's wearing now kind of reminds me of the default armor for one of the base character builds for Elden Ring. You know which one I'm talking about. So that's our flask, our potion. So I'm going to try to limit these type of videos to about to less than a half an hour. So this one's going to be about 24 minutes.
If we lower that, it might serve as a platform.
Alright, so this is, I'm going to come to my first death in the game. Sorry, my first 0 death. So on the top right corner, you're going to see a little bit of a orbital map, which kind of points you in the general direction of where you should be going. It's not really that intuitive. Throw him in the barbecue. So you can also sneak up to the enemies and take them out stealthily.
This was the village elder's residence.
And this was kind of the room where I tested the photo mode.
Won't even stay their sword.
So this is the equivalent of your bonfire in this game. No, not that. That's just a rock. So in this game you plant battle flags. So you have 2 different type of battle flags. So you have this one that you use to level up. See, this is what I like about this one right away. You don't have to beat a first boss in order to start leveling up. And trust me, when you guys see the first boss of the demo, you'll be thankful that it gives you the option of leveling up beforehand. So you can grind to get stronger in this game from the get-go.
Wrong step and we are done for. We must tread carefully.
Those glowing spots are your loot drops. I don't think the fire affects us because I've never lost any life from being near the fire or touching it.
It's collapsed. We shall have to find another way around.
Silly girl, you can't chop those trees. It's got plot armor. Alright, so this, so you see the 15 over his head, that's his level. So obviously this thing is going to say, hey, here's your ass, and I'm going to hand it to you. And you just say thank you. And yep, that's your death scene. So just like in the SoulsBorne games, you have 1 chance to reclaim your lost souls, your points. And I contemplated if I should go back to the tiger or just keep on going forward with the demo. What do you think I chose? So you can also perform a death from above, and I missed it. So just like Sekiro, when you could do your critical hits, the white circle, the auto target, will turn red, and that's your cue to hit one of the action buttons. Yeah, I got my buttons mixed up because I thought I was playing Sekiro for a second. So what are you guys thinking of the game so far? So I decided I'm not going to stress too much about the success of the YouTube channel. I'm just going to be making videos as they are, you really have absolutely no control over how well your videos do.
My father, for the governments, passed away, and I became separated from
I was
the
actually
rest of my
surprised that I was
family.
getting a few hundred views on my
For the
recent
day when I could find
videos, and
be
then
together once more.
when I started doing the state of play videos, they went right back to the original horrible performance. So it's all the algorithm, and YouTube staff cannot control it. They cannot adjust it. They can only update it if there's enough known issues. So the state of play stuff is very popular. So I on the day of state of play did a reaction to what's the game? Oh, yeah, the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
We've done well
That
this far.
should have absolutely have gotten a few hundred views at the very
yes.
least,
Once
but
we rid this area of enemies,
because YouTube
might we be able to
either
start
wasn't
else?
pushing it out
Something I wish to
or
get
they
done
pushed
these
it out
days.
to the wrong audience. And believe me, YouTube does actually do that. I had conversations with them and they were telling me, yes, we're not pushing your videos to gamers, we're pushing it to non-gamers so your brand can have a wider reach. Why would an ASMR viewer want to watch gameplay videos? What is the sense? So the days that the videos were doing good were the first couple of days where Neil took over from Susan, and I got really excited because I haven't seen gaming videos performing well in a long time, and the fact that they got over 200 views, I was very
I get the
optimistic.
feeling that you are destined
And
for
then
great
right after
things.
that,
We shall find out
business
soon enough.
as freaking usual. Alright, so I'll tell you guys quickly what happened to my Twitter account. So there's a pedo support community on Twitter. The account is called VerPed. It stands for Virtuous Pedo. I called them out, and Twitter, about a day and a half later, banned my account. So pedophiles have more rights and more protection than anybody else on Twitter. Alright, so we're nearing the boss, just around the corner. So yeah, if you're wondering what happened to my Twitter account, that's what happened to it. The villains are actually fucking winning. And all my friends now are afraid to retweet or do whatever to, raise the awareness of what happened to the account. Fan-fucking-goddamn-tastic.
That would be the leader of this unit. A formidable opponent.
Alright, so let's pretend this guy is a pedosexual and let's fucking destroy him. So this is the mid-boss.
This all seems so easy.
So, sorry, I forgot to mention this. The game has a parry system. So you press circle, and you could interrupt the attack of the enemy and counter with a much stronger attack than
Well-earned
usual.
victory.
That does critical damage. Critical damage. Yeah, get this Google Chrome wheel out of my face. So graphically, the more I look at it, the more it looks like Sekiro Ring. So a mix of Sekiro
Escape the brutality
and
that's got
Elden
this
Ring.
city now. I sense a great danger ahead. Do be careful.
Alright, so this is our first boss. If you can't tell just by the feel of the environment.
Dogs of the Han Court, are you? Any who oppose us shall know only the end of our blades.
What a goofy face.
I'll crush you like the vermin you are.
Alright, so I think I beat this guy on my third try.
That's what you get.
Yeah, so that first try is always going to be your worst. So just before we get to the end of the video, I just want to thank everybody for giving me a few minutes of your time to watch this video. I don't know, is there a point to me asking people to like and subscribe? If you feel compelled, you know where those buttons are.
Like the vermin you are.
Alright, so now as you can see, I changed the armor.
That's what you get.
Protect you from further harm. Tend to your wounds while you can.
And I hate this cheapness of boss battles where all the bosses do rush damage. Like, it doesn't matter how close you are or how far you are, they're always going to home in on you to attack you. And they do these huge, wide range attacks. So another thing you guys could thank Elden Ring for. And dead. Alright, so I do finally get him. And I got him with a critical hit. And I was like, yes!
Damn it.
Got him!
What is that power? I, General of Man, brother of the great sage mentor.
And this is when I was like, oh man, don't tell me he's got another form.
I shall not betray my brother's trust.
And I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna fight him, or is this an end cutscene for the demo to tease you into buying the full version? So the lighting of the game is really, really fantastic. I love the bloom. Then I was like, oh, okay, so we're actually fighting him. So I was very much taken aback and caught off guard. Alright, so enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Come back for more videos if you enjoyed this one. Jigavega out. Out, just like her.